watching Brazil. Brazil! It's just like watching Brazil. It's just like watching.
Luke, disappointing that first defeat since Wickham.
Yeah.
Big blow to us. Yeah. Automatic chances that as well, innit?
Poor today, won't we? There's no other words around it. I think the goal that we scored weren't even a penalty. It says it all.
Nobody appealed.
Didn't test their keeper till about 20 minutes left. Let's look back at game. Let's break it down. First 5 minutes, Pinnock's let play cut inside so easy. Davis, if you've been to the game, could he hold on to the ball? It weren't that much of a powerful shot. Could he done better? I think so.
Well, they tell you not to palm it down.
Well, he could have held on to it. Just the goal was so easy, so set routine. Second goal, again, we were liable to their counter-attacks in first half. From our corners a couple of times. They were 2-on-1, 3-on-2. Exactly, and it came back to us in second half at 1-0. Cavari had a great chance. Went straight to their keeper, should have done better. And then a couple of minutes later, McGeehan again, he cut it back to him. There were two really good chances at 1-0. If we score that, it could be a different game altogether. But am I just looking at positives? I don't know. For me, that's automatic out of his hands. We've got to hope that Sunderland trip up on Tuesday.
They're not doing the
and they're not though, are they? You know, that's the difference between a team. I'm not a team that buys players in January when you have to, and teams that don't. I've said it all season. I've got roasted for it, but you know,
well, we signed a striker who we couldn't play.
Well, I'm not saying no about that. Don't get me started, because this is the whole fundamental issue. We said earlier in season, I was saying in October, November, if we have injuries, it will come back to haunt us. Off the bench, we didn't have enough quality coming off the bench to impact a game that can change a game.
Yeah.
And the players that we did have, we got rid of one of them.
Yeah. And not really. Well,
we hadn't replaced them. We hadn't replaced them because we had a lad who were already in that weren't ready yet. We weren't physical enough. Everything was. There were no urgency even from start. Set pieces were shocking again. Couldn't even get it off at first man. Everything's last ditch. There's no leaders in team. Davis was captain. He didn't look like it today.
Yeah.
Even from in first half, you couldn't hear him getting orders out to our players.
Yeah.
This spreadsheet, for me, for this season we should have got rid of it in January. We needed players. We haven't got enough bums on. We haven't got enough men in team. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to bounce back. Obviously, big game next week against Fleetwood. We have to get the win. If we don't, that's playoffs definitively. Sunderland are level on points. I think there's just a goal. Yeah, so they can. So it's just a goal difference at the minute that's keeping us level. But fair play to them. They've come back from that defeat against Portsmouth and gone out there and got 2 wins in space of 4 days.
Yeah. It's not affected them like we were hoping it would.
Well, fair play to them. Burton deserved to win. This is credit to Burton. I'm giving credit to Burton. They deserved to win. They wanted it more. They're playing more expansive football than us.
How come we can't be like that on counter though? Are they what today?
Because I'm going to question tactics of Stendhal. This is the first time I'm going to do this. At half time we change it round. We go Brown up front. Their defenders have had it would have been against boys, mate. Edges is a naturally left winger. We put him on right hand side, and we swapped Tiam over, who I thought didn't have a bad game up front, but he was at least a bit more physical than Brown.
Yeah.
He at least getting stuck in a bit more. But yeah, like you said, why can't we? When we do play with pace though, we look a totally different team, but why can't we do it enough? There were no movement today. We look leggy again. We look tired again. And is that because we haven't got enough players in the squad that are good enough? I don't know.
Free agent, I keep going on about.
Well, mate, I agree with you. I agree with you. You know, I agree with you. We should have brought. Well, we shouldn't have even got to this stage. As soon as Bradshaw had left, we should have got 2 strikers. Then we would have had 4. Then Adabiage would have been your 4th choice, and then we'd have had Moore, Woodrow, and somebody else. We've risked it and gambled and got it wrong.
Yeah.
And the only people that can be responsible for that are the board. The people that make these signings or don't make them. And people are telling me that nobody come to want to play for this club on the bench. A team that's looking for automatic promotion, players want to be involved in no matter what division that you're in.
Yeah, goes on the CV.
Goes on the CV, and they want to compete for places. Again, like I'm saying, we're going to get a lot of dislikes for this, but I don't give a shit. I say it as it is. If you've been to the game, you agree with me. We've carried a lot of players today there's 3 or 4 players that are just not doing what needs to be required, which is giving them
at this stage of season.
and they're still getting a game every fucking week. Because there's nobody else. I agree with that. There's nobody else, but it pisses me off. It goes back to this thing about ambition and mentality. Do we want to go up, or we've got to question it? Do we want to go up or what? Do we want to go up?
Yeah.
Again, I know people are saying it's first defeat in 20. I get that on stats, but I'm looking at today's performance. Today's performance showed to me.
Well, it's not just today's though.
Well, it's papering off at cracks. The wins that we've had, Walsall got away with. Coventry, they could have easily won that last week.
Yeah.
Last week you could see heads went down. First goal, I said to you, their heads are down after 5 minutes. There's no confidence there. It looked like a team that they were in second again. At the end of the game, they look like the team second in the league.
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? We've got to start again. We've got to start again. Have we had a bit of reality check that we're not as good as we think we are? Maybe. And if we go to playoffs, so be it. I'm not confident because look at Shrewsbury and Walsall. It happened with us.
Yeah.
You come up against a team that's got momentum and nothing to lose. This psychologically, because we've got a lot of kids in the team, haven't we? We've got the youngest squad in the league, I think, on average.
Yeah.
It'll affect the confidence, and that's the thing with consistency as well. When the young lads are playing poor, we've got nobody to come in. We keep playing, and the confidence is going to keep going. Pineos came in today. I thought it'd been a bit more of a experienced level head, but it didn't really affect it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm really disappointed. It's like, even if we lost, all I want is 100%, and I don't know. I just expect more than that from a team. If I want us to go up, do you know what I mean? It's only because I care that I don't want to be negative. I just see it as it is. We've got to do better than that. Fucking hellfire. We've got to win next week, or that's it. And I think regardless, I think that's us gone. I hope I'm wrong, but I just think we've had a 6-point lead, 7 or 8 points at one time, and we've been focusing on other teams when we haven't focused on ourselves. We'd be like, all right, Sunderland will drop points, not thinking that we could drop us points. We should have been, again, it goes back to last season, mate. We haven't capitalised on opportunities that have been there, but really disappointed. And where do we go here? Where do we go from here? I don't know. We need to get back on training ground tomorrow. Simple as that, but disappointing, mate. Disappointing.